October 2011, and a group of 24 of us are heading up the M5 towards the Cotswolds for a 5-day autumn break, led by Peter and Molly Larkin. First stop is Tintersfield House near Bristol, home of the Gibbs family since 1843. This Victorian house, built in Gothic style, was funded by guano, a fertiliser made from South American seabird droppings. The family grew rich from this and makes the saying, "where there's muck there's brass," alarmingly true.
The architect in the 1860s was a chap called Norton, and he is responsible for the fireplace, which is stone with marble inlays, and the British Library classification is category 5, I understand, which is the highest category, not because they look nice or anything like that, but because of the variety of books that are here.
Over 50,000 unique objects have been catalogued by the National Trust at Tintersfield, the largest recorded collection owned by them.
Yes, much more than the straight thing. Yeah.
Richard Gibbs, the last member of the family, died in 2001, leaving the house to the National Trust. Our first 2-night stay is at Holland House near Pershaw. This beautiful 17th century building was given to the Bishop of Worcester by Mrs. E. Holland in 1946 and has been used as a Christian retreat since then. As luck would have it, we arrived just in time for afternoon tea and cakes, and this gave us the chance to chat and renew old acquaintances. The house stands in 3 acres of land alongside the River Avon, which meanders through the beautiful Cotswold countryside. On Tuesday morning we were all invited by Patricia Steele to her lovely home on the Besford estate in Worcester. The main building, which used to be owned by the Catholic Church, was once a former school, but has now been converted for residential use. Patricia gave us a tour and explained some of its history.
In 1910, a person bought it called Major Noble, and we know very little about this guy, and to make it into a country house to his beloved wife, and built on these 3 huge Edwardian wings, which has got a ballroom which is 90 feet long and 40 feet high, and a chapel and magnificent rooms. And then it was the architect was Randall Wells, who was a well-known Victorian architect. And then his wife ran off with the architect. So he sold it to the Catholic Church. But this is an absolutely stunning staircase. This is in Hesler, if you've got, she's in a Worcestershire peasant, but this waterfall staircase, which flows down that side as well. We want to have a look. And when we came, when we were all great friends, we used to have our Christmas luncheon here. Around 22 of us. That's a real fast place. there. And just by the fireplace is the entrance to the door you'll see in my lounge, which is all blocked. Thank you.
Patricia's little country cottage.
Patricia's country cottage. It's quite a cottage, isn't it?
Your dear wife is a shame that she's
Okay, so we do the rest of the flat, and then we're going to have coffee in the community hall, which is over here.
As we looked around the estate, with its beautiful wooden framed buildings, it felt we had stepped back in time.
It's quite low maintenance stuff though, isn't it? Like the bushes.
to the left and over to the brick building.
One photo for the family album. In the afternoon we were at Hartlebury Castle, which has been the seat of the Bishops of Worcester for over 1,000 years. The original manor was given in 854 AD, but has been used as the primary residence of the Bishops of Worcester since the mid-16th century. In 1966 the north wings were opened to the public as the Worcestershire County Museum.
Of the prayer book that we used originally in the chapel. So they really appreciated that, didn't they?
The museum aims to tell the story of the people of Worcester and covers many periods and themes, including a schoolroom and a collection of gypsy caravans and horse-drawn vehicles.
Are you a professional caravan maker, or are you a carpenter, or are you a retired gentleman who's got a hobby? What?
I'm a retired engineer,
Retired engineer.
but my dad was a woodwork teacher. So I've got the best of both worlds, so I can do all the engineering skills and I've got all the woodworking skills as well. So this place is like fairyland. I'm a volunteer and I come down 2 days a week to play. And
Way to speed.
I've been doing that for 20 years.
Have you?
So it might catch on actually.
So now if I can march you right through to the end of the Great Hall, and there is a reason for doing that, and then we'll come back here, which I think is the prettiest route.
Hartlebury contains a nationally important library created in 1782 by Bishop Hurd.
Do come and sit down. First of all, a little bit about Richard Hurd, who became bishop here in 1781, that's 1781. He was born in 1720, not far from here, a little village called Penkridge.
We were all very interested in these beautifully hand-painted books of wild flowers, which dated from the 18th century. Yeah, that is beautiful, isn't it? It's a poppy, isn't it?
Yeah, poppy.
Yeah, but it's so. And when would that have been done then?
1777.
1777.
That's a little violet. Oh, yeah. Which is pretty, isn't it?
I'm not a paper expert, but I've got a friend who is a real paper expert. It might be interested. It might have been the areas. But that's probably. Yes.
But it's wonderful. The colours are still. The library, which contains 4,500 books, includes 103 volumes given by King George III, some signed by him.
No, I know.
He's actually our patron. Because the Friends of the Trust are local people. They got very upset when we heard.
You're being framed.
You're not moaning, are you?
No.
There's no moaning on this trip. Go on, eat your... This is the second jacket potato that you've had in 2 days.
Oh, who's counting? That's not fair. This is Malcolm's tea.
This is Westonbirt, the National Arboretum in Gloucestershire. Peter tries to gather up his group while we wait for our guide Val to arrive.
Can I just count up?
Yes,
It
please.
should be 23. 1, 2. Can you stay still? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. One. Anyone remember who's missing? No one?
Oh, they're coming, Peter.
It's Bernard. This is Val, and she's our guide.
Oh, hello.
She's one of the friends of Westonbirt.
The Arboretum contains 16,000 trees from all over the world, mostly laid out in Victorian times, and is managed by the Forestry Commission and is internationally recognised as an important tree and shrub collection. This Japanese tree even survived the atomic blast in Hiroshima.
These are very, very old trees. They were probably planted in between 1850 and 1870, about that long ago. And these are actually the original trees. So if you look underneath, you can see how sprawling they are. And they do go these most wonderful autumn colours. And lovely leaves, aren't they?
It was fortunate that we were seeing these trees in autumn, as the browns and golds of the leaves were at their best. Our visit to Westonbirt was coming to an end, and we soon headed off south to the Amadown Centre near Bath. Well, I don't know.
When you make my campaign video.
Our second stopover is at the Amadown Centre in Radstock near Bath, and like Holland House is used as a Christian retreat. The beautiful gardens at Camerton are only open on special occasions. They adjoin Camerton Church, where Gordon Ripley, our curate at St Mathias had moved to as rector. So this is hugging the redwood tree. How many people do we need to link hands to go all the way around?
Come on, you've got to make the circle.
We're not joined up, we need some more people.
Well, we need more people to go around. It just goes to show actually how many people you need to go around the whole tree.
Probably another couple, 3 people might do it.
Someone's going to run on the end when Malcolm gets around there.
You're just about getting there now. Look at that, you've done it. So how many, so I wonder how, so it's nearly all the group really, isn't it? It's taken to go around the tree. Yeah.
You can't walk sideways.
So I've been all the way around.
Hello, Avril.
You've done it.
Done it all the way around.
Camerton Court was built in 1835. When Ken and Ivy Biggs purchased the house and gardens about 30 years ago, it was in a poor state of repair and the gardens were neglected. The private gardens are now a living testament to their hard work, dedication and vision. There are terraces, formal gardens, a quiet garden, Italian and Japanese gardens, a lake, cascades and beautiful carvings and statues.
Sylvie's over at the church. Yeah.
We were met by Gordon and all invited over to Camerton Church, where Sylvia, his wife, provided us with tea.
So we walked down together and I probably left her at the church on her own. Because I said I'd come and find you.
It was lovely to meet up with Gordon and Sylvia again. Gordon having taken over St Peter's Church in Camerton in early 2011. This lovely church dates from the 15th century and is a Grade 1 listed building. The elaborate chest tombs are of the Carew family, important landowners in the 17th century. Well, this is the last day and this is our final breakfast. And any sort of thoughts on the week? Have you all enjoyed it?
I'm knackered.
Well, you've done all the work. Yeah.
Thank God it's the last day.
And have you enjoyed it?
Every single day.
You've enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? And we've had a good time together, haven't we, all of us? And what would you say was your favourite part of the week?
Camerton Gardens.
Camerton. This is Steve, our driver, who's had to put up with us all week. Have we been well behaved, Steve?
Yeah, excellent. I've had a really different and interesting week.
And you've enjoyed your week with us?
Yeah, I have indeed.
Yeah. Well, we've enjoyed you being with us. Douglas, you were sort of brought in at the last minute. And have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes, it's been a lot to put up with for all the women.
A lot of ladies to look after, weren't there? Yeah. But you were very useful for pushing the wheelchairs, weren't you? On our way back to Torquay, we stopped off at Montacute House, near Yeovil. This magnificent Elizabethan house is surrounded by stunning formal gardens. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say you, Peter, may feel knackered, but we had a fabulous week. Here's looking forward to the next one.